Hello everybody, welcome along, and it's a big welcome back. I've been out of the country for a couple of days, which means I missed Sunday and Monday and one game today on Tuesday in the Euros. But we are about to catch back up with everything and head to our third watch along of Euro 2024, which is Portugal v Czechia. Tonight, obviously, that may be new to some people. It's new to me. We're not calling them the Czech Republic anymore. Apparently, the request has come from the good Czech people that we refer to them as Czechia. Now, if that comes up in the comments, please have my back and explain to everybody what the hell is going on. Let's say some hellos. Ewan's in there, representing there. Liam with the membership badge. Dave from Patreon. Jeff, welcome. Jay with the membership badge as well. We talk about Turkey, Georgia in a minute. That was the game that preceded this one. I want to hear your comments on a few games from the last few days, put it that way. Just to, I guess the guys in the WhatsApp group and the members and whatnot will know, I've been at our friend Russ's wedding over in Italy. So that was very much in, out, shake it all about. Out on Sunday to Italy. Arrived very late Sunday night, Monday morning. Wedding day, up very early this morning. And then straight back here. Straight back home and straight back into it. I'm sure I'm going to sleep like a zombie tonight. Go on, Stoke. There we go. I don't quite know who Stoke are and what they've got to do with tonight, but there we go. Right, let's get into the normal bits and bobs. We are going to have to go over the previous few days in the Euros, but the first thing I am going to ask you to do, as is custom here, just to get the stream moving nicely, is let's go for an early like spike. Spike those likes, as Jay always says in the chat. You got 20 seconds. Get the thumbs up in over on YouTube. Get the hearts up on TikTok as well. You got 20 seconds. Like the stream, and then we get into the previous few days in the Euros. Thank you, everybody, for the support with the like spikes as ever. I think we are heading upwards and into double figures. Let's see if we can rock that 100 at some point during the stream. That normally seems to be a good old target. Remember, the bare minimum is to interact here. We love your support that way. You can donate via Super Chat to help out the channel. And you can also join up over on YouTube. You can become a YouTube member. Just hit the button down there if you're watching on YouTube. If you're on TikTok or on Twitter, you can obviously head across to YouTube. Now, you can also join up on Patreon and support in the background. There, I've pressed the wrong button and revealed all the mess outside of my shot. How very unprofessional. There you go. I'll let you have one more look at that. Whoop! There you go. Hit pause on that and you can see what a state my studio is in and how we make this little square look really nice and tidy, and the rest of it maybe isn't. Pepe and Ronaldo both starting for Portugal. We get into the starting 11s. Combined age of 80. Woof. My catchphrase indeed. Spike those likes. Right. Let's just get into the previous few days and you can give me your takes in the chat on what went down on Sunday. I guess the big news is obviously England, but there were two games before that, weren't they? Poland 1, Netherlands 2 was the early game on Sunday, the 2 o'clock kickoff. Which involved Netherlands coming from behind indeed, and the lesser spotted Wout Weghorst, who we know from Burnley and Manchester United, strange loan direction there. He got the winning goal. Lots to talk about. Big number 9s in this tournament. You love to see it. It was in the 5 o'clock then. Slovenia 1, Denmark 1. Christian Eriksen with a narratively loaded goal for Denmark after obviously his horrible issues in the previous Euro tournament, and he's back scoring in his first game in this one. A long journey for Christian Eriksen. Brilliant stuff to see that. But Jansa got the equaliser for Slovenia. And then I'm sure we'll get plenty of comments on England on Sunday night. Obviously, I was up in the air, literally somewhere between England and northern Italy at that point. So I didn't watch the game. I've watched a few highlights packages and whatnot, and I've listened to several podcasts, being I've done a couple of flights since then. And what I'm being told, and you'll know better than me if you watch the game, is that England played really well at the start and then sat on their 1-0 and made everybody nervous, is what I have heard. So how true I've got that, you'll have to let me know. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Ashley sweating earlier. Weather forgot it's summer. Yeah, it has picked up a bit today, hasn't it? Ewan, how bad is Mbappe's injury? I wonder whether they'll straighten that out and stick him in a mask and he'll be playing pretty soon again. What else have we got in here? Surgery on his nose. Yeah, so I'm sure they'll do the quickest fix possible to get him back in there. I thought Poland were quite unlucky. Actually, Serbia aren't a bad side. Should have been easier. A lot of people, imagine actually, people overreacting about England. Luke, those first 2 Premier League games. Yes, my team, Ipswich, will be playing Liverpool and Manchester City as their first 2 games in the Premier League. We talk about that maybe a little bit at half-time. Hopefully we have lots to talk about in the game. John, Andy Townsend needed no surgery, never stopped. Yeah, well, exactly. Yeah, we've seen, I remember Gazza with the cheekbone playing with the old Phantom of the Opera mask as well. So, yeah, I'm sure we'll see Mbappe back reasonably quickly. Yesterday, then, Monday, hell of a performance by Romania. I got quite a few people talking to me about Romania when I put my predictions out, saying, oh, come on, Ben, have a little look at them. And those people who commented that will be happy after the first game here. They won 3-0. Stanciu, Marin and Dragus with the goals. Bang, bang, bang. Romania looking really good. Belgium not looking really, really good. They went under, not only did they not win, they went under to Slovakia, which is going to make that group pretty interesting, where I think most of us had Belgium winning that one. But, yeah, they've got to come from behind. Look, again, we've said it every single watch-along, that we think 3 points and, you know, some okay head-to-head record. It'll come goal difference on the fastest losers rather than the groups, but it's head-to-head in the groups, isn't it? Obviously, there's not going to be many head-to-heads in terms of, there's not going to be any fastest losers because they're all going to come from different groups. But you take my point, and all right, goal difference and 3 points. Someone's going to qualify with that, aren't they? So, yeah, really, we're not going to know a great deal until the third game as to whether anyone's completely toast in terms of even being able to get third place in their groups. We will indeed find out. And then it was the big boys, World Cup finalists, France. Probably a lot of, what's the word? Not necessarily cynical, but a lot of nervous England fans will make France the favourites. And they got the win. And Mbappe doing his thing to force the own goal. But then, as mentioned in the comments, horrible injury, smack in the face. And he's broken his nose. So we wish him well. We don't want to see anyone get hurt, even though I'm sure everyone would like to not face Mbappe if England were coming up against France. But that's not the way to win, isn't it? Lewis, welcome to you. Mbappe better be back. He owes me money on the bet. Yeah, apparently Liam, Mbappe's odds for Golden Boot plummeted after that game. Mike, welcome to you, fella. We need to liaise over Ipswich Fulham dates now. We've got them, don't we, matey? Make some plans for that. Which brings us to today. And we did obviously have this earlier game, which I think someone was saying in the chat was a right ripper between Turkey and Georgia. Not long finished, in fact. And Turkey won that one 3-1. Mulder. It was Mikitadze equalising for Georgia. Kule, and then Aktuloglu in the 97th minute making it safe. And that's the last game I'm going to be kind of out of the loop for. We're now back in the game and I should be across everything. Turkey scored all 3 goals from outside the box. You love to see it. They're shooting boots on. And this tournament, I don't know if anyone can give me a quick goal count. Actually, 2 of Turkey's goals were quality. Sounds like I missed a good one in that one, doesn't it? But what's our goal count through the first round of games? Remember, this is the last one of the, if we call it 3 round robins with all the fixtures, this is the last one of the first time around. We're up to Group F now, aren't we? And we start going back around. No 0-0s yet. Who said that? Surely with some of the players we're about to talk about in the lineups, we ain't getting our first 0-0s. John, love the Georgia shirts as much as their performance. Yeah. Sounds like a really great game. I'll try and get a long highlights package of that one to just try and get some kind of vibe for that game. Right. Are you ready to talk about lots of familiar faces and watch me butcher some Czechia players' names? That's going to be a lot of fun. Let's get into it with the lineups and you can tell me who you're meant to watch and players you're looking forward to seeing are in this one. Okay, so Portugal v Czechia tonight. Let's get into these lineups. Obviously, Portugal were the winners in 2016, and I suppose a bit like England and a bit like Belgium, they've had a couple of golden generations, haven't they, over the last couple of decades. But unlike England and unlike Belgium, Portugal managed to win a tournament. Can they win another one? This is their first game out. And there is their first 11. Let me know your standout players. And obviously we've got some familiar ones in there from English football. Diogo Costa is in goal from Porto. Left back, Nuno Mendes of PSG. And right back is the first familiar one there, Diogo Dalot of Manchester United. And a couple of classic centre-halves here. Ruben Dias, obviously, brilliant player for Manchester City. And I'm sure we're all excited to see him. We talked about the Spanish lad, age 16. Pepe, the absolute glorious SHIT house that he is, at 41 is playing in this one. Will he ever retire? He's got a medal collection to die for, Pepe, but yeah, he's been a glorious S-house, hasn't he? Still playing for Porto in Portugal. What about this midfield, by the way? Bernardo Silva of Manchester City. Vitinha of PSG. Bruno Fernandes of Manchester United. How'd you like that for a midfield 3? Very impressive. Rafa Leao of Milan is coming down the left-hand side. He got bombed out of Man City, didn't he? João Cancelo down the right-hand side. And the great one, an all-time great, I think we would all admit, not quite as old as Pepe, 39 years old. The magnificence that is Cristiano Ronaldo. It's a bit like Modric, isn't it? But even kind of higher caliber player where we've been, last couple of tournaments say, enjoy Ronaldo, he won't be at the next tournament. And then here he is again, captaining the Portugal team. Let's see if there's any comments on the old Portugal 11 there. Oh, is that our tournament stats there? 31 goals in 11 games. Liam Martinez usually plays a back three, especially when at Belgium, so will be either Dalot or Mendes at centre back. Brownie, Wales would have beaten Portugal in the semis of 2016. There you go, if Ramsey had been playing. Fulham fan with no Portuguese national team knowledge, but how on earth does Paulini? Yeah, Paulini's a brilliant player, isn't he? They must be stacked, is all I will say. They must be stacked. What else have we got here? Ronaldo and Pepe's combined age. We're going for 80 years old. Unbelievable stuff. What else have I got here? I'm confused by Mendes at centre back. Well, we'll have a look at the team shape, whether it's a 3 or it's a 4. Matty, it's already come up in the chat, so we'll see what shape Portugal are utilising when we get into kickoff. I like a nice wide shot straight into the game. Normally people line up and give away their formation immediately. Michael, can you remember where I identified where you live because of the Portuguese restaurant? You said, I probably can. We're talking Portugalas. Michael, have you been there? Absolutely tremendous. Actually, that's one up for the Portuguese. The Portuguese takeaway, just, I don't know, 200 metres up the road from me. I love Portuguese food. And we're not talking about Nando's here. We're talking about, you know, some proper Portuguese home-cooked family food there. But yeah, that does vaguely ring a bell, Michael. Right, so we have a look at the Czechia team then. In goal for the Czechs, Stanek of Slavia Prague. We've got a back three according to Footmob of Hollis, another one from Slavia Prague. Hranac of Victoria Blizzard. It's so fun with these pronunciations. Krejci of Girona is the third centre-back. Here's one I'm more familiar with, is Soufal of West Ham down the right-hand side. And Dudera, another Slavia Prague player. Someone tell me, did Slavia Prague win the title in the... I can't call them Czech Republic, I mean Czechia this season. They're fairly well represented here. Pavel Suk of Victoria Pilsen as well, with Thomas Susek, the West Ham duo, still in there. And Lukas Provod are the other midfielders. Jan Kuster, and Sparta Prague, not Slavia Prague. And Patrick Schick, who you may remember, the BBC have just been showing this goal over and again, and you can't blame them. Do you remember? Was it against Scotland? It was definitely in Scotland, I remember. An amazing halfway line mega lob goal by Patrick Schick in the last Euros. I'll attempt to run the benches here, guys, but again, some of the pronunciations on the Czechia players may leave a little bit to be desired, but they're all in good faith, aren't they? On the bench, well, some Wolf players here as well. Sarr, Patricio, Silva, Pereira, Inacio Semedo, Neves, Paulinho, Nunes, Neves, Conceição, Jota, Ramos, Felix, and Neto. Big Wolves theme on the bench there. Players that have either are there or have been there. And here I go, everyone. The Czech bench, nobody clipped this out. Kovar, Jaros, Jurasek, Zima, Vitic, Vlíček, Barek, Serv, Linger, Sevcik, Klosek, Jurasek, Shitil, Turi, and Cherny. I did my best. If we've got anybody who is Czech by nationality, I apologise. I'm trying my best with these pronunciations. Won the double this season with Leverkusen too. Patrick Schick, did he indeed, Liam? Nice job. Hopefully Czech can make a surprise and win. We had any big surprises? I suppose the Belgium one counts as... Is that the biggest surprise? The Belgium Was it Slovenia or Slovakia? Slovakia, wasn't it? Slovenia played Denmark. That's right. Did I miss something on not saying Czech Republic? The BBC are using that description. Are they indeed? Interesting. My information is it's Czechia from now on, but I stand to be corrected. I've got the BBC coverage there, so Hody hum. We'll see what comes out in the wash on that one. In terms of ranking, it would be Belgium, Slovakia. Yeah, that sounds about right to me. Guys, thank you for all your wonderful, wonderful support. If you can support our sponsors too, look at that lovely collection of Beer 52 back there. Beautiful Beer 52 box. You can get one of those for free. Thank you everybody who did the deal for Father's Day. Now, I can't plug that, but if you just want some nice beer, 8 beautifully selected craft beers, where you can get dark beer if you want. You get some bar snacks as well, you can see in my beautiful display. Back there, you get a copy of Ferment magazine. You do have to pay the postage, which is £5.95, but you get the box for free if you can do that. And I'm sure if you're a regular watcher of the channel, you can parrot this along with me. www.beer5252.com/bloom www.beer52.com/bloom to claim your free box of Beer 52. 8 cans, £5.95, beautifully curated, and then you never know, like our man Ian did through this deal. He's now on the subscription. I think Rich is as well. So we've converted some people. Beer52.com/bloom. And of course, please drink responsibly. Not like some of the people at our man Russ's wedding did yesterday. He drank very irresponsibly, but more of that later if you want to know. I didn't, with an early start and an early flight this morning. Right, we need your predictions, guys. I'm flagging here. I'm 7:54 and we haven't done the predictions yet, and we're kicking off at 8. Right, I need a scoreline from you guys. Let me just quickly whop this up, see if it influences you. On the poll, 542 votes, 82%. That's huge. I think Portugal are going to win this. 12% Czechia, 6% on the draw. So 82% are with Portugal for the win. Give me a scoreline here. Portugal v Czechia. How do you see this one going? You have got how many seconds on the prediction? You've got 10 seconds to get your predictions in. Get some up on TikTok as well if you're watching up there, and I'll read them all out as we go to the national anthems. Is anybody going to dare go against the 82% in the vote earlier on and back Czechia or the draw? Let's have a look here. Where are we landing? Let's start with Ewan, 1-1. Liam, Portugal 2-1. Bench will win it. Interesting. Did have a good bench, didn't they, to be fair? There you go. Dave's gone for Czechia. Peter, 2-1 Portugal. Mike, 3-0. And Jeff, 3-0 Portugal. Jay, 1-0 Portugal. Charlie, 2-1 Portugal. Vindaloo, 2-0. Anybody else? I think we are all good. Let's just say a couple more hellos after the predictions. Who was going to say hello to there? Scott, big ups, B Bloom. Welcome to you, Scott. What else have we got in the chat? Michael, Millwall fan, in need of cheering up. I feel we're cursed at the moment. Should be a good game tonight, though. 2-0 Portugal. And yeah, horrible day on Saturday, wasn't it? With the sad past of Millwall goalkeeper Matthias Sarkic. And then the great Arsenal and Forest and Everton striker Kevin Campbell. Later in the day, that was announced. Horrible, horrible day. And we've got a lot of Millwall friends. We've got a lot of Forest friends and West Brom. Yeah, not good, not good. Any more for any more on the predictions, Hamza? One of our many West Brom friends. There you go. 2-1 Portugal he is going for. Right. I think we are all looking good. We're just getting into the national anthems. There is the great man, 39 years young, Cristiano Ronaldo, still starting in 2024 for Portugal. What a player, Ed. 3-1 to the Portuguese. Give us those goals. Jay, if you're still in the chat, can you stick the goal stats up again? I know you put them in. I think I missed them out. I definitely saw them in there. So, would love to get the goal stats. Keep your comments coming in. We are 3 minutes from kickoff. I'm watching on BBC One HD, and we are trying to put the clock up. Lots of people talking about time lag between games. So try not to let the clock trigger you on the screen. It's there to kind of guide where I am as opposed to where you may be. We don't need to know how many seconds exactly you are ahead or behind or whatnot at various intervals during the game. As much as people love to repeatedly tell me, obviously. Let's see if we can just get this all prepped. There it be. And which view do I need, guys? I need that view. I think we've done it. And I think we also need that vector. There we go. We can circle that very nicely. Right. Players are just going over to the centre circles now. Last minute huddles and all of that good stuff taking place. It is Portugal v Czechia in Group F, of which Turkey have gone to the top. Italian refereeing team and assistants tonight as Thomas Sutek and the great Cristiano Ronaldo line up at the start of their country's entry into Euro 2024. Steph, another 3-1 to the Portuguese. Tom, how was Italy? It was lovely, Tom. I'm sure we'll waffle about that during the games. And our man Russ, who's been a great supporter of the channel, happily married now to his lovely bride, Sean. BBC putting Dallo at centre back. Okay. Who's the wing back then? Cancelo, right, I see. Yeah. We'll be across that. Agreed, Georgia played well. Turkey goals were gorgeous. What have I missed? I had to check the size of my brother's tyres. There we go. Hopefully that's not a euphemism. Ashley. Right. We are about to get going in this one. It's Portugal v Czechia in Group F. And kickoff is imminent. Our last game of the round robin. In terms of the first load of group games. Referee with whistle to lips. I think it was Mr. Melli, wasn't it? Of Italy. We are in Leipzig, as lots of signs tell us. And if the TV's going to allow us, we're hopefully going to get started anytime soon. And here we go. Keep comments in. It is Portugal v Czechia. Portugal slam dunk favourites according to the poll. 82% of you guys following the channel who voted in the poll think Portugal are going to win this one. So can Czechia spring a surprise? Patrick Schick goes down the right. Tries that gimmick where you put the brakes on, stop running, wait for someone to slam into the back of you and go down. Didn't win the free kick. They have won it back though. Czechia down the right-hand side. It's with Soufal. Soufal give and go, and he can't quite keep it in. Soucek over-hitting the pass there. Let me just make that 0-0. First phase of the game down. As we wait for a pattern to be established. Snuck into Cancelo. Yeah, I think the lads were right in the chat. Cancelo looks like he's over in the left wing-back spot. Pepe, Diaz. Yeah, the lads in the chat were right. So Mendes is left centre-back, is he, with Cancelo at left wing-back. Dallo is going to be right wing-back. And Bernardo Silva, one of the midfield three, is on the ball now, which leaves Ronaldo up top, maybe with Leao and Fernandes playing off him. We'll have a look and see what the Portuguese sort of shapes up to be, if you'll excuse the pun. Been a good tournament so far, Peter. Agreed. Alistair, I haven't watched a bad game. There you go, in the whole Euros. I'm looking forward to this one. Hope you enjoyed it, Linda Wedden. Thank you, Kev, you legend. Great supporter of the channel. Kev. Oh, Fernandes slides that one through. It's clipped to the back post. And Cristiano Ronaldo does applaud that. I thought he would, and I kind of wondered why he wasn't there. It was kind of a blind pass by Bernardo Silva. But look at that, into a completely empty area, 6 yards from goal. This exact sort of area, where if only you had a goal hanger striker who scored hundreds of goals in his career. There you go. Nice little ball out across to Cancelo. I say he's playing wing-back. He's taken up quite a few narrow positions. Cancelo drives forward. Nice little slide through to Bruno. And again, another cross into exactly the same area that Bernardo Silva put it. Where was Cristiano Ronaldo? Slid right to the back of the 6-yard box. Nobody there. The Czechs have got it forward now. Schick has knocked it forwards into the box, and the shot's blocked from Salt, who bounced back at him, and they've given a handball. Nice quick break by the Czechs. Frankly, they were just booted forward, and they got the second ball, but did get men forward and supporting the attack nicely, didn't they? Portugal have it at the back. As you'd imagine, that's probably how the pattern is going to emerge in this game. Thank you for all the thumbs up. 25 so far. Let's try and head up to 50 on the stream tonight. We really, really do appreciate all your support. As we've said many times, it's hard work in the close season for a domestic football YouTuber. All your work stops for 2 months. What a joy. Work. All of your content, you know what I mean. Down the right-hand side was Dallo. He gets tackled. It's a Portugal throw. It's been some great goals. We want to pick a goal of the tournament. Yeah, let us know your goal of the tournament so far. Been a few real good ones, hasn't there? Oh dear. I heard ACDC were having trouble with their Polish roadies, so they hired a Dane and a Czech 1-2. A Czech 1-2. Get your thumbs down in for delayed pilot for that dad joke in the chat there. I think maybe in multiples of 2s and 3s those thumbs down need to come in for that one. Brutal stuff. Czech 1-2. Second goal for Turkey earlier. Sin bin time. I get accused of being anti-free speech if I put people in the sin bin. The Romania first goal, says Alistair. You're all just jealous. Of course we are. Corner comes in from Vitinha to the edge of the box. They're trying the Beckham Skulls corner there. Vitinha and Cancelo. Didn't work. Where's the sin bin? We can't bring the sin bin back. Only for abuse, hey? Not just dad jokes. Vitinha into the left wing spot for Leao. Solch gets back and wins it. Booted clear by Stanek. And the Czech forwards are trying to hustle and bustle, but I say it's not sticking. But then Schick did manage to win it back and knock it into Souček. 6:39 on the clock. Solch. Dudera knocks it back into centre half to Hanac. Provod. Czechia keeping the ball. The most they have thus far. Hollis. Krejci. Hanac. And they've given it away, actually. Tried to play out to the right-hand side, and Leao slid in, and now Leao down the right-hand side into Ronaldo, who got underneath the header. Tried to really crank the neck muscles. Decent chance, that. No flag. Got in his own head with that one, didn't he? Kind of jumped at it when he probably could have just stayed. It came in about shoulder height, didn't it? He sort of jumped and then had to crouch down, which is a bit of a contradiction in terms. Jumping and then crouching while you're jumping. Best chance of the game, that one, probably. With sent a couple of balls into the box where Ronaldo wasn't on the end of them. He was on the end of that one, but didn't direct it goalwards. Nice and direct from the Czechs again. Schick winning the first ball. Kuchta couldn't quite get on the end of the second one as it went through. Welcome everyone on TikTok. Joining the watch along. Evening to Alan. Excuse me. The only man who can come back from Italy. Sneezing, right? Thoughts on the England game, Alistair? You're probably better going to the chat for that, because I was up in the air flying to Italy when it took place. So I didn't watch it, a 90-minute version. I've only watched highlights of it. So in terms of a detailed opinion, you're probably going to get that from the chat. Bless you. Thank you, Dave. Too kind. I remember the sin bin during lockdown. Lots of people went in the sin bin during lockdown. Only because lockdown went on for bloody forever, didn't it, eh? Let's not go there. Bernardo Silva. Mendes. Cancelo gets really narrow, doesn't he, if he is playing wing-back. It's one of these systems where the wing-back starts there and then goes in, and the wide player there is Leao ahead of him, goes out to the wing. Makes it quite hard to pick up. Roberto Martinez has always been a bit of a technical manager doing stuff like that, hasn't he? Clever Trevor. Down the line comes Provod for Czechia. He's run it out of play. He gives the thumbs up. Didn't have the pace to get past 41-year-old Pepe. How about that? Did I enjoy my trip to Italy? Very much. I wish I'd had a bit more time and a bit more money, but don't we all wish we had a bit more time and a bit more money at any given point in life? Ronaldo's just got bumped there. He wanted a foul. He ain't getting one. Looks pretty wet in Leipzig tonight. 50-50 on that, wasn't it? Would have been soft if he'd got it. I missed the Ipswich scarf on the door and then people asking you who you supported. Well, you can take a horse to water, especially a Suffolk punch on an Ipswich scarf. You might not be able to make it drink, eh? 0-0, 11 gone. Portugal the better side. Ronaldo with the best chance of the game. Messed up his header. Jumped. when he didn't need to. Leao. Oh, he's beaten his man. Leao into the box. Puts it across low. Really useful foot in there. Oh, God, they've given it away, though, on the edge of the box. Scruffy from Czechia. Portugal win it back. Mendes. Bruno. Right foot crossed by Bruno. It's horrible. Well overhit that one. Ronaldo gives him a thumb of encouragement, but he knows it's a poor cross. Who made that clearance then? Absolutely vital one, wasn't it? A good clearance as well from Krejci. The left-hand side centre-back on the cover. Right place, right time. Good distance. Ronaldo hits the deck again. No foul on the great man. He stayed down. Mendes. Bruno. Leao. Portugal just up the tempo now, looking good. Vitinha. Switch of play. Can open up the right-hand side. Diaz. Bernardo Silva. His cross is blocked. Fair play to Czechia then. Nice and disciplined there while Portugal are passing the ball around them. They've had the last-ditch tackle on everything other than that Ronaldo header thus far. Yeah, and next season is Everton's final at Goodison Park. What a great stadium. Yeah, let us know your favourite trips you've had to Goodison Park. Unless you're an Everton fan and you've been there 500 times. Still let us know in the chat, hey? Watch your bloomers. Football is on, isn't it? Just. Where in Italy? It was Lake Garda. Tourist central, but nice easy place to go to. Well, unless like me you had to drive a hire car for the last 25 kilometres. That was fun. Joe, welcome to you, my friend. Bruno's gone down. It's really raining in Leipzig. Sure, all the players based out of Manchester will be used to this. And the ones based out of Wolves in the Portugal bench. Goodison lost 5-0, hey? I only went once to Goodison, being an Ipswich fan. Not much cause to go. Vitinha plays that against the ref. It's going to be a bounce ball in Portugal's favour. Marco Materazzi got red carded right in front of me. And who scored? Don Hutchison scored. And when I was working on the EFL show, Don Hutchison was always there working for Premier League Productions. We got quite chatty and I reminded him of this goal. My nephew Aaron says hi. He likes watching your videos. Hi, Aaron. Good to see you. Thank you for the support. Vitinha. Cancelo. Cancelo, little lift over the top. Bernardo Silva to Leao. Portugal are well on top now, aren't they? Cancelo. Czechia happy to sit back and defend. When I say Portugal are well on top, I'm talking territory, possession. Haven't really made too many chances. Mendes. Cancelo. Bernardo. Leao. Yeah, look, proper doubling up on the wide men. Two central midfielders sat in front of three centre-backs like that close, which makes 5 players basically around the edge of the D. Look at that defensive shape from the Czechs. Pause that on your BBC feed. Diaz has come forward. So much space. Beach standing in your own half with a cigar on. Bruno, lovely outside of the foot pass there. Mendes. Now, that's silly, isn't it? You'll have a long night if you do that. Mendes, the left-sided centre-back PSG player, after all of that passing and shifting a low block defence from side to side, you don't want your centre-back just booting the ball into the stand from 30 yards out. You know how these type of games go then, don't you? The team who's defending goes, oh, okay, that's all you got. We'll take a clean sheet then. Audacious. Wasn't it? Atrocious, nearly. Some of the mountains around Lake Garda are, yeah. And the locals drive them fairly quickly, which makes it quite scary when you're driving a hire car. On the wrong side of the road, with the steering wheel on the wrong side as well. Cracking atmosphere at Goodison, one of the best I've witnessed. It's a long way for Simon Tracy to spoil things. Simon Tracy mention in the chat for lovers of obscure 90s goalkeepers there. Obscure, that's not fair on good old Simon Tracy. Of Sheffield United. Wasn't he at Norwich for a time as well? Simon Tracy. Let's mention him again. Simon Tracy. Here's Mendes. Don't shoot, fella. 17:38 on the clock. Pepe. Diaz. The isolated Czech front two there are trying to get a press on to bring their team up the pitch. Fair play, they have come up. You see the centre-backs just wandering up to halfway. Cristiano Ronaldo 10 yards behind him in an offside position. Tremendous stuff. Mendes. Oh, good run. Fair play to him. Mendes coming from left centre-back. Marauding. Vitinha. Knocked back to Bruno. Thought he was going to go first time. Little reverse ball by Bruno. Portugal, neat and tidy. They're in the box now. Cross comes in. Ronaldo climbing on the near post. Headed away. They are playing into the Czech low block at the moment, aren't they? Oh, a lovely cross by Bruno. Beautifully swung in right-footed there. Headed out on the back post. Richard! Welcome home, BB. Thank you. I've been AWOL on the Blue Monday podcast. There's been lots going on. Lee Fitz reception is done and dusted. Yeah, go and check out on the Blue Monday YouTube a reaction to Ipswich drawing Liverpool and Manchester City in the first two games. We'll do a poll on that. How many people vote 0 points on those two games for a start, hey? But we're so happy to be there. Amazing stuff. And amazing stuff from the Blue Monday team as well. The Portugal corner was cleared. Czechia trying to come away, but they've conceded the throw-in. Marlon, welcome to you. Hope you had a great trip away. It was one of those ones that was hard to enjoy because it was so bosh, bosh, go, go, go. Do this, do that, do that. Go to sleep, go home. Here we are. Bosh. Benjamin, would you like to meet up for a drink when the season starts? I am bribable at any ground you can find me. Yeah, of course. If anyone's going to a game that they know that I'm going to, give us a shout. But do it beforehand because people always give me a shout and then I'm at the game and signal disappears and other things get done. And they're like, where were you? I was here. Try telling Turkey that. It was the right back for the first goal. Bodacious. Is that better than audacious? Bodacious. But who used to say bodacious? Was it Bill and Ted? Keanu Reeves? What was the other fella's name? If anyone can name the other actor in Bill and Ted without Googling him. Keanu Reeves, definitely the more successful career out of the two. You can Google him. What's his name? And if anyone can honestly get that without Googling, then I'm dead impressed. Ronaldo, a little feint, taking it down the line. Leao's behind him. Ronaldo with the magical feet. Little knock back to Liao. Little knock across. Diaz coming forward. Diaz deflected wide of the post. We do still have Czechia in the massive low block. And the last two shots have come from Diaz and Mendes, the two spare centre-backs outside of Pepe. Goodness me. Alex Winter, is that his name? Alex Winter. He deserves a double mention. Alex Winter, Wild Stallions. And when they used to do that, the air guitar thing would play. Oh, I used to love it when I was a kid. There was a cartoon as well. Tremendous stuff. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventures. We can meet up at Man City's Ipswich game. Absolutely, Joe. Sounds good to me, fella. In comes the cross, headed away by Pepe. Not sure I fancy going to the Etihad. That smells like 3% possession, doesn't it? What a cracker earlier with Turkey, Georgia. Everyone is saying I missed a cracker with Turkey and Georgia on my way back from the airport. And then Enid's dance class. I was on time. I am not an unfit parent. The robots in Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey. Was that the sequel? Rich, you'll know this shop. We hired that from Channel 5 Video in Ipswich, which was a video shop called Channel 5 before there was a Channel 5. It was like, here's your fifth channel. Hire a video. Amazing. Cancelo into the box. Cancelo on the right foot. Shot deflected, blocked. Out it goes. Neil Warnock says, head it, kick it if you're a defender. He would be enjoying this Czechia low block at the moment. They are frustrating the Portuguese, who have got plenty of time, haven't they? They're looking nice and patient. Bruno hits another long-range shot. Let me just give you the numbers quickly. Portugal are shot padding here. It says 3. I think that must be 4 now after that one. But yeah, their XG says everything. 4 shots, 0.11 on the XG. They've all been... I can see 3 of them outside of the box. And Ronaldo's header. That was a good chance, to be fair, wasn't it? Jane Weedlin played Joan of Arc. Teenage crush. What was that lady from the Bangles called? That's not even a teenage crush. It's an infant crush for me, I think. Dear oh me. Walk like an Egyptian. What a melody. And that's the verse. Sensational. The days of going to a video rental shop, unbelievable. And it was impossible to choose a video. You'd be surrounded by it. But I suppose it's the same when you're scrolling on Netflix to watch a movie, isn't it? Too much choice in front of your face. Pepe. Mendes. Switch to play Mendes. Who's that to? Anyone in the rough vicinity. Dallo comes back, chests it. Dune. Diaz. Diaz tries to play it into Bruno in central midfield. Patrick Schick has got fed up of standing up top on his own. He's come back and won it back. He's done well, actually. Ooh, reverse ball was on there for Sulks and he got blocked out. It's a good little opening. Horrible ball from Soufal there. He's giving it straight back. Portugal counter now looking good. Bernardo on. Oh, great cross. Rafa Leao. So close to sliding that in. Any contact, I think he scores. So close. Yeah, Bruno couldn't do a lot else with the cross, could he? Oh, he's inches away from that. Goodness me. Oh, Susanna Hoffs. Yeah. Yes, Mike. You know what I'm talking about. Belinda Carlisle was the Go-Go singer. I remember being scared of... like Belinda Carlisle was on Top of the Pops and they had globes spinning in the background. I remember being afraid of it. I went and hid behind the sofa when... Must have been Heaven is a Place on Earth was playing on Top of the Pops when I was a A wee small child. What year did Heaven is a Place on Earth come out? Does anyone know without Googling? You can Google it. 86? 87? Here comes Czechia down the left. Dudera knocked it outside to big Souček, who seems to be the go-to when they're in possession. Provod. Dudera again. Little knock back. Saints v Ipswich on 21st of September. That sounds good. Is that Saturday, Marlon? Gonna have to get used to non-Saturday games. 87 sounds about right, doesn't it? Yeah. Ooh, baby, do you know what that's worth? Pepe. Mendes. Game of chess now. I'm glad I said that, because last time I said game of chess was 15 minutes into Spain v Croatia. And then Spain went a bit crazy, didn't they? They 3 up at half time? It's 3 by half time, wasn't it? 86-87. A whippersnapper. Damn right. Leao, he's got lovely dribbling skills, hasn't he? Leao crosses deflected. And a very cool chest back by Dudera. But Static fumbled it, didn't he? He should have held that, shouldn't he? Come on. I love that tune. Always think of a great Black Mirror episode. Is it the Black Mirror episode we're all living in at the moment, Marlon? Susanna Hoffs, Bangles bassist as well as singers. Yes. Woof and indeed woof. Corner. Portugal. Whip near post. Headed out by Schick. Second one is won by Salt. Who's made himself pretty busy, actually. Fair play to him, considering the entire Czechia midfield has just been running around and screening their defence and not really doing much in terms of passing or attacking. He's managed to get himself in the right place in the right time a few times. Solch of Victoria Pilsen. My beautiful Czech pronunciation today. You're all loving it, aren't you? 28:53 on the clock. 0 effing 0. It is chess-like. It is very much Portugal are the protagonists. And here they go again. Another crossing position. And maybe I won't blame Ronaldo for not being on the spot for that one. I don't think it was the best cross in. But it does feel like that ball's gone in the box. Yeah, that's not Ronaldo's fault, is it? It's too far ahead of him. Would have had to have been 2 foot taller than he is to get on the end of that. Stanek with the long clearance for Czechia. Big win there for Mendes at the back. Pepe screens it back to Costa, who's probably been having a coffee for the last 25 minutes. Barely had a kick, has he? The keeper there for Portugal. Mendes, he's had plenty of kicks. Good crossing position there, and he was in a good shooting position as well when he probably should have just kept the passing going, in my humble opinion. Cancelo. Oh, between two. That's a foul, isn't it? Interesting. I thought Soufal fouled Cancelo there. The referee didn't. I'm sure we'll get a replay in a minute, and I'll eat humble pie if I'm wrong about that one. Oh, lovely turn there by Bernardo to Bruno. Bruno coming into the centre. He knocks it out to Leao in the box. Leao, they come right into trouble there. Leao's done well. Crosses blocked there. Bernardo, little cutback. Vitinha. Cancelo, edge of the box. Yeah, I'm annoyed at Leao there. Do you ever get the feeling a player receives the ball and in their head they've got this thing that they're going to do and they're not really observing the picture? Oh, slid through Ronaldo in. That's a brilliant save if he's onside and the flag hasn't gone up. Vitinha curls the shot. Ronaldo holds his head. He looked offside to me. If he was onside, that's a huge chance and a great save. Is he on? He's offside in my opinion. So I don't think it would have stood. It's a great save nonetheless, but that's linesman not flagging 101 there. Let the attacker take the shot. I thought he was offside, I have to say. But I've seen tight ones like that where I've looked at it and think, he's off, he's on, and I'm wrong when I see the lines come up on the screen. No 0-0s yet. Surely one is due soon. 0-0. Czechia just castled. I wonder how many actually Czechia just castled. No, you lost me, Ashley. What a save. Premier League fixtures this morning really brought it home. There's just no... Exactly, you're looking for an easy run when your team gets promoted to the Premier League. You ain't going to find one. 9 wins seems to be the magic number. You need a few draws alongside that as well. 9 wins, 9 draws, 36. Ronaldo, little back heel. Into the box goes Vitinha. Just has it poked off his toe. Brilliant from Ronaldo. Touch. Outstanding. Good defending though. It's not massively pretty the way Czechia are playing, I've got to say. Very effective so far though. If they do get a 0-0 from this, fair play. When you're up against Bruno and Ronaldo and Leao and Cancelo and Bernardo. Vitinha takes the corner short. Bernardo, Vitinha. Vitinha floats it in. 3 Czechia players under that. Souček heads it away. And a tremendous chase back there. Was that Bruno all the way back? Knocks into Cancelo. Dallo. Horrible bouncy ball there from Dallo. Kicked it 1 foot against the other there. Horrible technique. And the ball is sneaking out. Got to verify my TikTok stream up there. I am still here. Don't worry. We're in for the long haul. Thank you, people on TikTok. Yes, Rich. Marlon is. He's one of the good ones. Not saying Southampton fans are bad, but one of the ones with enough self-awareness to understand that there are other teams that exist other than the ones he supports. They're the type of people we love on this channel, hey? We all know we love the team we support, but yeah. You got to call it balance for all the others as well, or at least try your best. Ronaldo is Ronaldo, no matter what age he is. Profound Zane. Cross comes in from Leao. Isn't that funny with wingers, that no matter what level, even if it's Euro Championships, Portugal, AC Milan winger, still frustrating wingers sometimes, aren't they? Would I be surprised if Leao, in a minute, dribbled past 2, came inside and bent one in the corner post and in? No. And I will eat my words. Leave your bias at the door. A phrase, Richard, that has followed me around. I haven't said that for years and people still say it to me. Excellent. I think we still sell a few t-shirts which says that on too. Must update the merch for the new year actually. Let me know if there's any merch that you would particularly like to see us do. That can be another way you can support the channel. Bruno tries to slide it through to Ronaldo. And Czechia are just entrenched now on the edge of their box, aren't they? Back 3. Wing backs back into a 5. 3 central midfielders ahead of them. 2 strikers way up the pitch just waiting for the ball to fly up to them on the off chance of a counter. Cancelo tries to go inside. That's really good defending initially and then a poor clearance Cancelo gets it back. Leao. It was Holles who was the guilty party. Leao crosses it in. Could have let it go for the keeper, but no chances taken. And booted clear. Speaking of supporting the channel, you're all doing the right thing in the comments. We really, really appreciate you. Costs you absolutely nothing to hit the thumbs up button, leave a comment, subscribe. If you're on TikTok as well, hit the heart button, subscribe up there as well. I can see plenty of you watching. And in this close season, world's smallest violin, if you do fancy donating, it is a massive, massive help. Obviously, all our revenues fall off the proverbial cliff when the domestic season finishes. And we've got 2 months of this to cope with. Unfortunately, the childminder bill and the mortgage keeps coming as well, doesn't it? So if you can super chat or super sticker, that's a massive help. And even more so, you can sign up for a monthly donation as a YouTube member or over on Patreon. You will be my hero forevermore. You do get some perks for that. Join the WhatsApp group. Get early access to pre-record videos. The Kieran Maguire interview that's done nearly 6,000 views now. You could have been watching that 3 days before everybody else if you'd been a member. And we know the members took advantage of that because it tells me all about it on YouTube. So, yeah, sign up for membership. And the coup de grace over that, if you join on YouTube, is the roundtable chats. Come and chat with me and the gang. Try and do more of those next season, I think. Maybe 2 a month with smaller panels so we all get to say more. But really, really good fun those. And a great way to interact. Here come Czechia down the right. That's a decent cross. And Schick looked like he'd got in front of Diaz there and didn't header it. And I don't know why. Maybe it just came behind him. Looked like a big opening. Now here come Portugal up the other end. Ooh, it's going to be a penalty shout here. Whistle to mouth. Yellow card out. I think it's going to be a free kick right on the edge of the box. Oh, no, has he booked him for diving? Oh, okay. A yellow card for diving. These always light up the comments, don't they? Yeah, it looks like he's called that one right, to be fair. Leao goes by his man. Yeah, it's a dive, isn't it? The contact, and remember, we're at pains to say on this channel, contact is not the same as foul. I always hate it where people go, oh, look, there's the contact. And I'm like, yeah, what about it? Contact's allowed. Contact and foul are 2 different things. The contact from, was it Souček on the cover, was literally him holding his arms up saying, I'm not fouling him. And Leao throws himself down. So, yeah, fair play to Italian referee, who we need to name and shame here. Name and shame. Marco Guida. Good job, mate. Good decision. That one. Dive! That's poor, that. Dave! You absolute bloody legend. £5 on the super chat. Thank you so much, Dave, for your support. Another crossing from Sufal. Good luck, Saints and Ipswich. See you the season after next. I mean, you bloody deserve it, Dave. QPR fans have been through. Although I know there'll be fans of Millwall and Bristol City and Preston and the like who haven't had time in the Premier League. But yeah, it'd be great to have QPR up there. And thank you so much for the super chat, Dave. Muchly appreciated. Dullo knocks that one back to Vitinha. Thank you all those people watching up on TikTok as well. Make sure you hit follow up there. Greatly appreciated. This one I'm going nowhere near, John. Why do female commentators always go on about the low block? I'll leave that to the chat and give that a wide berth. Did you see the monitor they use for checking the handball? Silly, isn't it? I must admit, I don't want to be one of these people who sounds like they're scared of change, but yeah. If you need sound equipment to ascertain that a football has clipped someone's finger because you can't see it with your eyes, maybe that handball didn't give an advantage to the player who did it, or disadvantage the other side. But yeah, rules is rules. Big switch of play. Looking for Liao, who just fell foul of the rules for diving. You can tell it's a dive when the legs do a starfish. Man, called it as a dive as soon as I saw it. To be fair to Liao, he fooled me. I saw the arm come out and I thought, ooh, has he taken him down there? But the replay showed that not to be the case. Pepe tries to slide that one through. And yes, it does appear, ladies and gentlemen, that in this very entertaining tournament, we are currently in the ball draw game with Czechia doing a job on Portugal at the moment. To be fair, Portugal haven't been good enough to, if this is 0-0 at half-time, we're not sitting here saying, oh, Portugal have missed a massive chances and, been profligate. It's been one team defending against another, and I guess you would say defensive teams come out on top, barring that Ronaldo header, which you wouldn't have been surprised to see him bullet in the corner, would you? But he didn't. And here we go. Let's tempt fate. I do not see there being a goal before half-time in this one. So much so, let's wash my hands now ahead of going and making a coffee, yeah? At half-time. The chat is better than the game, Ewan. That's because you're in here, Ewan. Keeping it rolling. That's a great question. Can someone check that? Is this the longest the game's gone without a goal? It might be, mightn't it? Probably the worst game so far. Come on, keep tempting fate, guys. Let's manifest a massive 4 goals in the second half, hey? I don't disagree with you. I don't think we're going to have time around my work to do a watch-along tomorrow. So I will be back on Thursday, and we will do Denmark-England on Thursday, which I'm looking forward to. Come and join us for that. I might do a bit on the Premier League fixtures. We'll see what transpires tomorrow. Although you might have all just watched the Blue Monday coverage of that all already. We've got to get something out tomorrow. Vitinha fouled on the edge of his own box there. David. Hi, Ben. How's the game so far? Attack against defence. Defence winning. As in Czechia haven't conceded a goal. Liao down the left-hand side. Puts the cross in. Deflects back. Corner. Portugal, who have racked up some, then it's probably a bit of a lag on my FootMob number, 75% on the possession, guys. 75%. Goodness me. 8 shots, but only to make 0.68 XG. Do you remember when we had Spain on 0.11 XG and it scored 3 goals from it? Jota and Felix to change the game. Ooh! Curled in by Ronaldo. Left-footed there. Looked like it was going in the corner. Parried out by the keeper for the Czech, Stanek. Only 1 minute of stoppage time. I suspect there'll be some people in the chat who are quite pleased there's only 1 minute of stoppage time. We reset this one and go again in the second half. Hopefully BBC can give us a replay of that Ronaldo effort. Something on target, at least, for Portugal. Bruno, little scooped out pass for Liao. Liao, it's poor. Stood up his man, cut it back and given away. Here's a Czechia counter-attack then with Dudera. He's not got very many options up ahead. And that be that. 0-0 at half-time. Portugal v Czechia. I think I agree with you guys in the chat. Probably the worst game of the tournament so far in terms of entertainment. In terms of a battle and a narrative, there is a clear one building. And that is one, of course, of attack versus defence here. So, you know, if you were an analyst who knew a lot more about football than any of us probably do, you'd probably be quite enjoying this from a attack versus defence narrative standpoint. But obviously, we'd like some goals, wouldn't we? Ladies and gentlemen, in the chat, I assume Lineker, Shearer, Fabregas, Lampard are saying something vaguely familiar on that regard. Let's have a look at the numbers and see how that matches up with our sort of perception of what is going down. It is massively possession heavy for Portugal, 75-25 in their favour. Just take a quick look at the XG for Czechia, 0.09. They have created nothing. F all, some of you might say. 9 shots to 1 is huge, but look at the XG. It's 9 shots for 0.71 XG. And then look at the shot map over there. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4 of them outside the box with one right on the edge there. Just not much doing, really. I think, can we get an attack momentum graph up, and you'll see how dominant possession-wise, or how the game has flowed in Portugal's favour. There it be. Have a look at this big red blob, and you can see the ball's just been with Portugal for the majority of the game. But as some people incorrectly say, the only stat that matters is the scoreline. It's not the only stat that matters. It's certainly the most important stat, though. I think that's a pretty vital distinction there. And you'd be pretty happy if you were Czechia and you got away with a draw in this one, especially with the head-to-head sorting. All you've got to do then is, you know, better a result against, you know, maybe Georgia, although everyone's telling me Georgia played really well earlier today. There's how the group stands right now. Turkey obviously got the win, so it would slot into a winner, a loser, and 2 draws at the moment. Remember, head-to-head is important, so for Czechia, not losing to Portugal would be absolutely massive, and then their next game is against Georgia. So if you're a Czech fan, you're thinking, clean sheet in this one, beat Georgia, 4 points, you're through probably. And happy, happy days. And it'll be Turkey in the last game. And they've already got 3 and they might already be through. Only a matter of time before he who must be adored scores. Yeah, but how many minutes is he going to play, John? I assume you're talking about the great Cristiano. The bench curse of 0-0 strikes. That hasn't struck for a long time. Who was it? Sunderland, Leeds? Leeds, Sunderland? Did we get 2 in a row that week? Yeah, I did Leeds, Sunderland on the watch-along, and then Ipswich, Watford. I did 2 0-0s in 2 days. I was at the game, Ipswich, Watford. 3-hour round trip. Probably longer than that, actually, with the traffic. Closer to 4. There you go. Gonna have an adrenaline rush after that. And put the bins out. It's bin day, everybody. Get your orange and your green and your black bins all lined up properly. Guys, I'm going to take a break. Please feel free to go and make a cup of tea or something stronger. People on TikTok will just leave things ticking along on here. I will obviously return in around 4 minutes or so. Get your questions and your comments in. We'll open it up and make it a little more Q&A like in terms of the rest of the halftime break. We will see you in 4 minutes and 26 seconds. And it's a big welcome back. Welcome back to me. And welcome back to you. You're back here for the second half soon of Portugal versus Czechia. 0-0. I'm being told it's the worst game of the tournament so far. And it may well be. Attack against defence in the first half. Czechia doing a job. Portugal not really done enough to get things moving in this one, have they? I'm back after scooting off to Italy for Russ, one of our good mates on the channel. He supported the Patreon for the longest time. Just been at his wedding. And what that sound TikTok there? Potter is going to be the Leicester manager, says, who said that? Harry on TikTok. Leicester still without manager. Remember, Brighton have gone in for 31-year-old, whose name I haven't learned yet. I've been away, but here I am, running on fumes, done a lot of travelling, not had a lot of sleep, and maybe this game's going to be quite good for my sleep tonight, because at the moment, not a lot is transpiring from an entertainment point of view. I'm sure those people who love tactics are going to be all over this with what Czechia are doing in terms of where they're funneling Portugal, where they're allowing them to have the ball and it not working. But, get your comments in. John, have you forgotten how bad the England game was? I can't forget how bad the England game was. Remember, I was up in the air while that was playing, so I've only seen highlights, so I didn't have to see the boring bits. The England game was better than this has been. Orange bins, WTF. Don't you have orange bins where you are, Ashley? We have green bins for the compost, orange bins for the recycling, and black bins for the refuse. And they rotate on a fortnightly basis. That's where we are, everybody, tonight. We're talking about the bin collection here. If you want to fill your recycling bin with some lovely empty cans, then head over to Beer 52. That's got to be the best link of the whole tournament so far. You can get that lovely box of beer there. You can get 8 beautifully curated craft beers from around Europe and indeed the world for free. You have to cover the postage though, which is £5.95. You can see over there a couple of bar snacks as well. You get a copy of Ferment magazine too. It's a great deal. Don't have to subscribe after that. You can just get your one box if you want. But several people who have taken up the offer have then gone on to subscribe. So we're really pleased to be partnered with Beer 52. If you want to get that lovely deal and get that free box of beer, just got to cover the postage, £5.95. You need to go www.beer5252.com/bloom. That's www.beer52.com/bloom. Get your comments, get your questions in. Do remember, if you're asking me, this is a watch along. I do not have the rights to broadcast the game, nor would I, because UEFA are very on it, let's just say, from our perspective as content creators. Portugal 0, Czechia 0, which is going to bring us to an end of the first block of games. We'll have gone round once after tonight. Give me your thoughts on the first block. Obviously, we kicked off back on Sunday, just a few days. Friday, for God's sake, Friday we kicked off on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. So this is day 5 of the tournament. Germany obviously smashing Scotland in the opener. Switzerland beating Hungary. Spain beating Croatia. Italy beating Albania. Remember, that was labelled a bit of a group of death, and Spain and Italy both off to winning starts. Netherlands came from behind to beat Poland. Slovenia, Denmark and Serbia. England is the same group. England off to a win. both, all three of the other teams dropping points straight away is massively helpful for England. They are red hot favourites, as my page decides to completely go blank. You're killing me, FootMob. What the hell are you doing? My apologies, everybody. Let's go to the main view and we'll see if we can get FootMob working, which is just completely blanked out at the worst possible time. But without a beat, we're straight back into it. Yesterday, it was Romania 3, Ukraine 0. Big win for the Romanians. Brilliant stuff. Belgium 0, Slovakia 1 is the upset of the tournament so far. Austria 0, France 1 was not. Earlier on today, Turkey 3, Georgia 1 was apparently a rare old fun fest. Let's just say it hasn't quite been so this evening with Portugal and Czechia. So far, not really bringing the drama, which we know you lot love. Give me a sec. Let me just set up the second half timer. How's that? Let's put that up there. Because in the rain in Leipzig, we are just about getting ready to go for a second half, which, let's be honest, we all hope is going to be better than the first half. Yes. Portugal 0, Czechia 0. And off we go in the second half. Let me know how you see this one panning out. Hopefully we're not heading towards a 0-0, the first one of the tournament. In Sheffield, black bins, blue for cardboard, brown for cans, plastic. Oh, well, okay. Green stuff meets fire or goes to the... Okay. Sounds a bit more advanced in Sheffield than it is in Bedfordshire here. I still think Belgium, Germany, Swiss and Spain look good. If you're doing a video tomorrow, how about a review of round 1? That's a great idea. Round 2 starts tomorrow. That's not a bad shout. Georgia were great. Unlucky. Missed some massive chances. Right, we'll run through the teams in just a second. But we do have Portugal on the attack, as they were for much of the game so far, without making it count. Ooh, shot curl by Dallo. Left-footed coming in off the right-hand side. Put it over the bar. So Portugal, Costa in goal. Back 3, well pointed out by the lads in the chat. Not the back 4 that FootMob projected. Mendes, Pepe, Diaz. Cancelo and Dallo are the fullbacks. Fernandes, Vitinha central. Silva and Leao a little bit more advanced, with Ronaldo is the number 9. How many minutes does 39-year-old Cristiano have in his legs? For Czechia, Stanek in goal. Hodes, Hranac and Krejci. Dudera and Sufal are the wing-backs. Provod, Suchek, South, Schick and Kuchta are the front 2. Mendes draws the foul. And Portugal win the free kick. Marlon still see Portugal getting the job done. 2-0. We do some goals. Damsado, how's Ronaldo looking so far? I mean, he looks beautiful. He always looks beautiful, doesn't he? A finely manicured and tailored man. But, yeah, he's had... He will think the header he had in the first half is a goal chance, and he didn't take it. Here they come now. Fernandes driving through the middle. Fernandes slides it out to Silva. Can he keep it in? Yes, he can. The block was made by Krejci. Just probably overhit that, Bruno. Actually, to be fair, he does manage to check his stride. He's not like sliding to keep that in. Bernardo. Jay, 1-0 prediction looks decent. Yeah, I'll give you that one. Corner goes out to Vitinha. And that reminded me, the position on the pitch and where that went, of the Ronaldinho goal against David Seaman. Not quite as good, because this one flew over the bar. How's the game been? Yeah, we talked about the bin. Yeah, we have been talking about the bin collections instead, so that probably says all you need to know about the game. But hey, we're all mates. Just hanging out while the Euros are on. There's football to be watched, isn't there? So, yeah, the bin collection did come up. 0-0. The ball is back with Costa. Hikes it forward, looking for Leao down the left wing. Couldn't find him. Really does seem to be smashing it down with rain for sure out in Leipzig. See you soon, Jay. Go and get some charge in that phone, my man. Vitinha. Dallo. Dallo back to Diaz. Cancelo wanted the foul. He's just been robbed. And here comes Kuchta. Looking for Schick ahead of him. Good touch by Schick. Schick. Neither crossed it nor shot it there. He hit it hard enough for a shot. Yeah, I think he is shooting there, isn't he? Techniques of it. Yeah, look where he looks after he hits that. He's definitely not crossing that, is he? 2 p.m. games during work means someone watches the games whilst working from home. Absolutely. João Paulinho would sort this out. I suspect we will be seeing him, Mike. Czech Republic's so wasteful. Schick, another Leverkusen man. Brighton lining up a 40 million bid for Somerville. Interesting. Let the games begin in the transfer market. Souček knocks that one home. I think in the rain, Stanek would prefer that. Not quite heading into the middle of the goal as it was, but he dealt with it absolutely fine, didn't he? But now here come Portugal again with Diaz, Ronaldo, Diaz to Dallo. Try to play it into the front. Czech just seem a little bit more lively in terms of when they've been winning it. There seems to have been a bit of threat, whereas for the most part in the back end of the first half, the last 30 minutes of the first half, in fact, it was, okay, look, let's just sit in and after we've sat in, we'll sit in some more, if you get my drift. Bernardo coming down the right, comes inside on his left foot, horrendous shot. Oh dear. This is going to be 0-0, isn't it? For a player of that quality, he's that desperate to score and doing that in the rain. Ugh. Just got a big slow-mo of his feet. I was expecting it to reveal that his standing foot had gone then, but it didn't. It was just a rank bad shot. Shanked wide. Big goal kick from Stanek. Pepe wins the header. 41 years old, Pepe. Amazing. Offside flag has gone up against the great one, Cristiano Ronaldo. Alistair, I'm finding time between college and jobs, so loving the 2 p.m. games. Tremendous work. Unknown, is Portugal looking good on TikTok? Meh. Not massively. Not massively, I have to say. Feels very nil-nilly, doesn't it? But hey-ho. We haven't had that yet. Surprised João Paulinho is not playing. Yeah. Get out that back five. Although Cancelo has spent most of his time in midfield, hasn't he? Get Neto on. Portugal are doing nothing on that right. That's a fair comment, isn't it? The majority of Portugal's work has gone down the left-hand side, doesn't it? They've been looking to get Rafa Leao on the ball as often as possible. That's where the space has been, to be fair. Pepe, Mendes, Pepe, everyone in the Czechia half. How did I not know that Roberto Martinez was the Portugal boss? Yeah, no Euro sticker book for me this time. That made people very angry when we did Qatar. I did a poll. Should I get the sticker book? You got people who were incredibly enthusiastic and thought, oh, that might be a bit of fun. And people who got very angry about the idea of a man collecting stickers, hey, for fun. You can please some of the people some of the time, I guess. Pepe. Loads of space for Bernardo here. Vitinha. Dallo. Diaz. Vitinha. Diaz, well played. Diaz crosses right-footed. Ronaldo's in there. Defenders touch tight. Ronaldo puts it over the bar. Good defending, isn't it? Should be a corner, I think, shouldn't it? Come off Hranac last. Good physicality from Hranac, the centre half. Just mid-air, shoulder to shoulder there with the great Ronaldo. Oh, Fernandes puts the corner in. Pepe threw himself at it. Good defending again by Czechia. Head it, kick it. Here is Bruno. Oh, it's a brilliant cross. Another really good header. This is excellent from the from an aerial perspective. They're still in the box though. Portugal. Cancelo has run it all palmed away unconvincingly by Stanek. Anyone else not massively convinced by this keeper? Goodness me. But some really good aerial defending there by Czechia there. A couple of headers where you'd be like, ooh, that one saved a goal. Two of them, indeed. Ben, are there any players from this tournament you would recommend for Ipswich Town that can afford? It's difficult to know, Michael, what they can afford and what they're prepared to do. Until the first kind of transfer goes in and you see what the approach is likely to be, you would think they might look elsewhere because you know what the premium's like for players playing in these tournaments, don't you? So pass on that one. What are my thoughts on Allsop coming to? But yeah, good statement of intent that, Matty. We expect Birmingham to build themselves a championship team in League One for sure, don't we? Mbappe linked on the stream earlier. The matches for 24-25 are out. Forest, a nice, easy start. Sounds good to me. Ipswich haven't. Vitinha. Fernandes tries a reverse ball. That is a foul on the edge of the box on Cancelo, who rolls over enough to make sure the yellow card comes out for Patrick Schick. Remember a sticker book as a child, and I sent a birthday card to David Beckham at Man United and got one back signed. Unbelievable. Portugal will score tonight. Just testing the goalie. Match attack cards. Tremendous, yeah. Easy couple of first games for Ipswich. Yep. Looks like Ipswich will be going into game 3 with 0 points, but you never know. New manager at Liverpool. We have a free kick, and he's such a peacock, isn't he, Ronaldo? Absolutely love watching him. Look at the theatre of all of it. Look at the run. Look at the step back. Look at the stance. Everything about it. Ronaldo, free kick. Straight down the keeper's throat. Just pure theatre. We're going to miss him so much when he's retired. He's genuinely like a WWE wrestler where they have like everything they do, even how they walk down to the ring and how they climb in and all the little bits in between is beautifully choreographed, so it's entertaining. Ronaldo, what a guy. What a guy. Can't see this match ending 0-0, I hope. You're right. Bernardo. Diaz. Tells Dullo in. No. Oh, lovely slide through. Here's Bernardo. Oh, why didn't he shoot? Oh, it's really nicely played round the corner there. The disguise pass got me watching on the hard cam there. Look at that for a ball. Who slid that through? That's an incredible pass. Forgive me. Tell me who slid that through to Bernardo. I don't know why he didn't shoot. He tried to square up for Ronaldo. It's a hell of a first-time pass there to split the defence there. Outstanding. Corner's gone out and recycled them back in, and the Czechs headed it clear. Here's Leao with a good bit of space down the left. In the pouring rain in Leipzig, Leao comes inside, hits it right-footed, handball waved away. Ronaldo, nice step over. Ronaldo, not so nice. Cross. It's going all the way out for a throw-in. Here's the shot of Bernardo going through. I think if he watches that one back, he'll realise probably should have took the shot on there. As we see the beautifully theatrical free kick of Ronaldo heading down the throat of the keeper. He's absolutely drenched, Kuchka, as he comes off. Linger is coming on. We're going to have a couple of Czech subs here. Where's my pen? Who's hidden my pen? I bet he's just going to change his front two. This is pure Big Val Barnsley vibes here. Switch your front two. Keep them changing. He's taken both his front two off. The Czechia boss. Linger, who on FootMob is down as a midfielder, to be fair. And Shitil came on, who I think is down as a striker. So they could go 5-4-1 here and go even more defensive in the rain. What have we got here? Belgium was awful. France almost messed up a win. Now Portugal making a meal of it. Thus far, like to see a tournament where the players had to wear big bases on their feet. Likes a bit. Okay. Wrexham will be the next Ipswich Town flying up through the league with a Hollywood backing. Easier said than done. Is Ronaldo still in the best Portuguese 11? According to their manager? Yes, sir. Ronaldo shouting something, but yeah. I wonder what it was. One of my Portuguese friends to translate. Oh, in comes the cross. Attack for Czechia here. Soufal. Soufal knocks it back. Driven goalwards! Oh, they've taken the lead. They've been defending all game and it's drilled into the corner right-footed. It's a tremendous finish by it's the midfielder Provod. And how are they behind? God only knows. It's Portugal 0, Czechia 1. Great finish. And we have an upset on the cards as the Czechs take the lead. Didn't see that one coming, did ya? Wow. A rare attack for Czechia. Half cleared. Knocked back by Soufal. It's a brilliant goal, isn't it? Oh, this will be a great view from the crane. What a finish. Oh, it's in off the post as well. Have that. Oh, that's an absolute perler. Oh, it's so good. They got the best camera angle as the two defenders try and head it. And the keeper dives. Take a vow. Lukas Provod of Slavia Prague. That's a worldie. We've had some brilliant goals in this tournament, haven't we? And potential big upset happening now. We've had a double sub as well. Jota and Inacio have come in. I think Leao and Dullo have gone out. And it's Portugal 0, Czechia 1. What a surprise. Get to some of the comments on that one. Hey, great goal. It's a hell of a goal, wasn't it? When I first saw it, I thought, oh, he's just swept it in the rain from the edge of the box. Keeper couldn't see or whatever, you know. Pro footballer finds corner of the net. Big deal. But when you watched it back, no. Curled it, outswinger. Perfect height to make it hard for the keeper as well. In off the post. Chef's kiss for that goal. Lucas Provod. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Cat amongst the pigeons, very much. Wow, what? Eat my goal. Good, I didn't pick first goal. Did you call it, Ashley? I didn't. Wow, 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 wow. Oh, went quite in Nando's. Cracking goal. Could it be a real shock on the cards? Looks like it. The mascot Ronaldo failing at it. Perfect weather for a knee slide. 100%. Another of the great goals today. There's been some absolute worldies. A Czechia goal felt inevitable. More fall for me. Should have backed yourself on that one, Rich. The curl was amazing. It was a great goal. Real beauty, wasn't it? Not if you're a Portugal fan. And now they'll double down, won't they? The Czechs. Keep that ball out of the net for a clean sheet and you got yourself 3 points, not one. Cat well and truly amongst pigeons, as was very accurately said by Rich in the chat. We did see yesterday, it was Belgium 0, Slovakia 1. Rubato? What does that mean in music? Well, you play with freedom, isn't it? Rubato. I'm not very good at Italian. Roberto Martinez, if you fuse the two names together, you get Rubato. Giving it the whole calm down. Do they need to calm down? I don't know. Need to do the opposite, I think. Get this moving. I'm going to turn into Roy Keane now. Go on, go smash someone. Put in a tackle. Big debate going on between Don Cristiano and referee Guido. I don't know why. It's clearly a high foot, isn't it? And a foul. Blindingly, obviously, when you've got access to the replay that we have. And a shock incoming. 23 minutes or so plus stoppage time for Czechia to hold out for a big, big win. And they're celebrating throw-ins now. The Czechia fans in that end. Looks like there's a good number of them. Did you see the limbs in the Romania end the other day? That looked tremendous as well, didn't it? We're going to get a long throw in here. No, it's just tossed down the line to the industrious Solch in midfield. But it's won back by Diogo Jota, who replaced Rafa Leao, who was a bit frustrating, wasn't he? Has to be said. All cliches about wingers applied to his performance today. Looked like he could win him the game, but we didn't do it, did he? Simple. I knew Portugal would be dominant, Ashley, but I just had a feeling about Czechia. I showed up and believed Wednesday would stay up, so feel free to call me crazy. You're not crazy, man. Wednesday stayed up. Danny, roll. Still very early for this to be the end score. Well, yeah, that's a fair point. And tick those minutes down now, Czechia. Are they dark horses? Yeah, I would say so. No one really favoured them, did they? Although I suppose, again, I'm going to repeat myself with 3 going through and Georgia in their group. I know everyone's telling me Georgia played well today. Yeah, fine, I get it. Can you get that one win and keep your head-to-head looking good? Danny Roll is doing punditry for ITV. Why have I not? I bloody love Danny Roll. What a man. Bernardo coming in off the right, crosses left-footed, headed clear. Head it, kick it. Pepe. Cancelo. Diaz. Vitinha, lovely ball. He's in the pocket again, Bernardo. Little knockback, Vitinha crosses back, stick, Mendes is there, Mendes headers down. Oh, and it's bounced in. I think that's going to be a very unlucky own goal. They've been knocking on the door most of the game, Portugal, and they've got themselves the lucky bounce they needed. Mendes takes the credit from his teammates. He was up, causing trouble, off the keeper, off the defender on the wet surface, and it is Portugal 1, Czechia 1. A quick reply from the Portuguese. Oh dear. Stanek, I don't quite know why he's parrying that. He's pushed it straight into Kranac, who can do very, very little about it. It looked like one he might have been able to hold, mightn't it? Look, it's wet. They're under pressure. There's a box scene in there. But, I mean, his solution has literally palmed the ball straight into a defender who could do nothing about it, into his own net. So, it wasn't a good choice. And that wasn't the only choice he had there. Maybe I'm being, you know, sometimes I'm unfair. It's easy to just look at the keeper on a goal, isn't it? But, yeah. Really, well, whatever you say, he totally stitched up the centre-half, Kranac, who's going to have an own goal go down against his name. Rather unluckily there. Well, that went wrong. Sucker punch. Portugal really need to kick on. Rather watch you than the live match. Keeper could have... That was what I see. Wenlock agrees with me there. I think that's poor keeping. Yeah. I don't want to be that guy who just every goal tries to find a mistake. We got to give credit where it's a, you know, where it's a decent goal and good, you know, good attacking. But I think we got to try and call it out, you know, or call it as it is rather when it is. And yeah, in terms of decision making, the decision that Stanek chose, basically goal. You know, nothing anyone else could do at that point after he's decided to kind of palm that into the middle of the 6-yard box. You have your say in the chat. That is the beauty of all of this. Thank you for everybody watching up on TikTok as well. If you're a new subscriber, we're very happy to have you up there. And you can come and join us on YouTube down here as well. Oh, Bruno trying outside of the foot there to get Cancelo in. Doesn't manage it. And Czechia, they managed to nick their goal on the break. Bit of a worldie, but immediately pegged back by the Portuguese. Jota travelling, tried to slide Ronaldo through. Oh, there's a giveaway. Into the box comes Silva. Blasted it at the near post. Feels like I'm a broken record. I'm not convinced by Stanek in goal today. Maybe he's a great keeper and it's not been the best day, but unorthodox again there. Just seemed to hit him more than anything and bounce away. It's a foul by Mendes. I think it was just a... coming together, yeah, it was, wasn't it? Here's the goal again, yeah. He's bounces down. I think he can hold that, can't he? Just get it in under his... Even if it takes 2 kind of attempts, get your fingers behind it, get it under your stomach and grab it. But yeah, he's got to block that one out of the memory there. Stanek. And soldier on. Comment of the day. Joe, I love you, Benjamin. I love me too. Hladky would have saved it. Stop it. Peter. Best watch along on YouTube. Comment of the day. Tough start for Ipswich, but it might be. You never know. Very likely to be a very tough start, isn't it? Tough night for the Portuguese so far. Is it one of those weird situations where if it stayed 0-0, the Czechia would have had more chance of a point than taking the lead, because now you get this momentum with Portugal chested down by Jota. He puts it across from a really narrow angle, easy gather. Do you know what I'm saying? If it stayed 0-0, it would have been a bit more cagey, whereas Portugal had their hand force, had to attack and score, i.e. getting a centre-back in the box to, figure out the equaliser. What I'm saying is, at 1-1, is there more chance now of Portugal getting the win than if it was 0-0? I think maybe there might be. Not been many draws at all so far in the tournament. Slovenia won. Denmark won. Is that it? One draw in the whole tournament. You've got to love that. Decisive football. 75 gone here. 1-1. This is going to be a draw. Help me out, guys. Let's do a like spike because we're going to a couple of subs for Czechia. How many likes have we got thus far? Let me tell you. 50 likes. Unbelievable. Let's see if we can head towards 75. We're going to wait just 1 second because we think there's a couple of subs coming. The ball's just gone out of play. Are we going to the bench? I think we might be going to the bench. In which case, I'm going to press the button. We've not gone to the bench. What a palaver. They're going to have to take the throw in first. Souček was pointing that way. Soufal takes the throw in, the two West Ham lads involved. Provod, the goal scorer. Bit of a worldie. He's taken down. Still no sign of these subs. Maybe they've changed their mind. Coverage intimated. We'd be seeing 2 Czech subs imminently. Alas, no. It's going to be a Portugal throw. So we are going to go to the like spike now. Hit the like button. If you're watching here on YouTube, if you're on Twitter, give it a thumbs up. If you're on TikTok, give it the hearts. Up there, you've got 20 seconds. Support the channel and like on whatever platform you're on. Thank you, everybody, for your wonderful, wonderful support and all of your likes as we head into the last 10 minutes of Portugal 1, Czechia 1. Are we going to get a winner? Which basically means our Portugal going to get a second goal, because that could have been Czechia's shot, couldn't it? They've shot their shot. Bruno, Ronaldo, Vitinha, low, keeper. Fumbly a little bit around the post. Yeah, that's not far away from him in terms of game. Doesn't look like he's having a confident match, does he? Sorry to keep piling in on Stanek, the poor goalkeeper, who had a bit of a nightmare. 58 likes. Unbelievable. Even unbelievably more. Someone claim this. Get in there quickly. Rich, you absolute bloody legend, has gifted a membership. Get in there and claim that. We can add you to our WhatsApp group. You'll get early access to any pre-recorded videos. Might be an hour. Might be a day. Might be 3 days like the Kieran Maguire interview. And you can take part in our roundtable chats. Do go and get involved. If you do sign up for that, make sure you get your mobile number to me so I can add you in to the WhatsApp group. And huge thank you to Rich, one of my Blue Monday, partner over at Blue Monday. What a legend. Substitutes ahoy for Czechia in come Barak, who we definitely saw. Are you going to give us a graphic, BBC? Sevchik, I think. Yeah. Was it just the two of them? Just the two of us. Building castles in the sky. Just the two of us. You and I. Thank you again, Rich. Someone go and claim that membership. All yours. Thank you as well earlier in the show, Dave, for the super chat. Really, 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 really appreciate your support. Sorry if you get fed up with the plugs in the close season, but... Oh, Bruno crosses it in Ronaldo trying to get in front of his man. Excellent head-it, kick-it defending again. There, he's a fine physical specimen, we know, Ronaldo. And Krejci gets touched tight, heads it away. Corner, Portugal taken, quickly drilled in low. Blocked clear again. Head it, kick it. Enjoy someone. Yes, do get involved. There's a free membership going spare. If you want it, come and get it. For crying out loud. Yeah, sorry, final plug. You can support the channel. The main thing you can do, which costs you absolutely nothing, just interact, keep the chat going, join the brilliant debate we get going. We have one rule: give your opinion, be honest, don't be a prick. And you're going to get on great here. It's fairly simple here. You can donate, like you've seen Dave and Rich do there with a membership, free membership. Oh, here comes Czechia down the right. Oh, it's knocked off. Oh, it's a good chance. Blocked left-footed. And on the edge of the box, Souček drags the shot wide. Oof. First chance was a really, really good one on the left foot. And then Souček drags the second one right. It's a substitute. Sevchik, what a block by Diaz there. Got his right ankle in the way. Could have nicked another goal there. Sorry. Mid-plug. You can also join up over on Patreon and as a YouTube member. As I say, you'll get many less plugs during the season when there's much more going on in terms of our core audience and EFL and hopefully a bit more Premier League stuff this year. But it's a hard knock life in the close season. So we really doubly appreciate you you guys tiding me over. Don't be a prick t-shirt, please. That one will go down well, won't it? Bloody hell, Ben. I thought I'd put a Pentatonics video on then. Unbelievable. What is Pentatonics? Is that one of those harmony groups, I think, isn't it? Actually, I know a Pentatonic song. You know that Christmas song that goes da-da-dum-dum, da-da-dum-dum, the really dramatic one? Dee-da-da-dum, dee-da-da, that Sky always use. Bum, ba-da-da-da-dum, ba-da-da-dum, dim-da-da-dum. Can anyone tell me what that song's called? I don't know, it might be a piece of classical music, but I know Pentatonics did a version of that. It was on a Christmas playlist that we played around the house. Anyway, Pentatonics. I sound like 5 singers at once. I assume there's 5 of them if they're Pentatonics. How are discussions with Matt SB go? Very good, actually. We spoke today, in fact, Dave. So hopefully, yeah, we should be able to bring you some collabs with the wonderful Matt SB. Trying to help each other out in terms of a couple of EFL boys with links to the bottom of the Premier League. Love that one. It's a Carol of the Bells. Did you just play me through Shazam, Rich, there? Mike! What a legend. Outstanding. Thank you so, so much, Mike. I know we say this every time Mike donates, but I'm going to do what I normally do. This chair, Mike is such a nice bloke, Mike the Fulham fan, asked me, what the hell's wrong with your neck? Because I kept messing with my neck. And I explained it to him. And I said, I've got this crappy chair and blah, blah, blah. And I'm sat in the office and we're in lockdown and all of that. And he said, mate, I'm going to buy you a new chair. And he donated a lovely sum of money to buy us a new chair. And he's my friend now, which is great. You don't have to buy me a chair to be my friend, but we've been to a few games together. Mike, so thank you so much. Oh, Portugal breaking down the left-hand side into the box goes Jota. Got a lucky bounce. But yeah, big thanks, Mike, for the super chat. Greatly appreciated that one. Many years in the school choir. There you go. Okay. I see. I never heard that song when I was at school. We went to different types of schools, didn't we, Rich? Hey? I think "We Wish You a Merry Christmas" was the height of our ambition at Hillside Primary. What a place. 84:52 on the clock in rainy Leipzig, and here come Czechia. They're in down the right. Last ditch tackle before the cross was going in. And where exactly is Barak going? He's just ran around in a circle. He said midfield. It's a good move actually, because they're coming down the right again. Barak going to win it back. No, Vitinha gets there first. That's a foul by Holesh. Dun, 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 dun. Was it in Home Alone, that song? Am I imagining that? Or do I just conflate everything that's good about Christmas with Home Alone? Bruno. Diaz, Carvalho, Cancelo. Cancelo again. Oh, Cancelo, lovely curling cross. Ronaldo. Oh, he's hit the post, but the follow-up is headed in by Diogo Jota. And Portugal have the lead. It looked like it was going to be Ronaldo, but he hits the post. Jota follows up, and it is Portugal 2, Czechia 1. They have come from behind. Jota is the scorer. Well, it wasn't Ronaldo getting the goal. I mean, they're checking it on VAR. I'm not entirely sure for what reason. Let's have a look. In comes the cross. Is Ronaldo? Ooh, I think he's on. It's really tight, that offside. It's a great header by Ronaldo, as you'd imagine. Have they pulled it back? No, it's been disallowed. Well, my first look, I mean, we'll get the semi-automated offside. I thought he was on. I thought the shoulder of the centre-half was blocking him. And we are staying at 1-1. I'd like to see the Hawkeye look across the line at that. That's going to be massively tight, isn't it? It looked to me like the lean of the middle centre-half there was playing Ronaldo onside, but I needn't have got excited because the goal has been rubbed off. Why did I say that? The goal has been rubbed out, chalked off. No one clip that, please. By VAR. Get your views in on that one until we see the replay. The goalie's in denial. Did say the bench will win it. VAR might have something to say about that, Liam. Good old semi-automated offsides. Yeah, I still want to see the picture. Antonio, watching my home nation play, had to pop in to say hi to my favourite championship coverage. Thank you, Antonio. Massively, massively kind. Up the Portugal for your lot in the tournament. Dun, 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 dun. Right, they get. At what point do we get the image? Here we go. Oh, look at that. I'm going to scientifically say he was that much offside, yeah? But the semi-automated thing was fantastic, wasn't it? Okay. Send me your music recommendations. Sound of Silence by Pentatonics. You love to see it. At least it didn't take over too well. That's, I agree with that. Liam. Vitinha's out. I think he's played all right, hasn't he? Is he PSG, Vitinha? Central midfielder. It's a double sub by Portugal. Conceição in. Who else came in there? I think it was Paulinho, wasn't it? Who the Fulham fans have been waiting for. What you waiting, what you waiting, what you waiting for? Gwen Stefani, who is my modern day Susanna Hoffs. Gwen. Oh. Nice work down the right. They still do have a little bit of a threat on the counter, Czechia, as we come up 90 minutes now. And Soufal's just nicked that. Here he goes down the right-hand side. Soufal cross deflected. Well played, Bernardo. How much stoppage time, please? Yeah, anybody? Souček. Tries a little dink. Is that a foul? On the right-hand side? When did Nelson Semedo come on? Was that a triple sub, that last one? A 90-minute triple sub. I didn't even know Nelson Semedo had come on. He's just flattened Dudera. Yeah, that's foul. Referee's missed that one, hasn't he? Clear body check. No attempt to play the ball. Must have been blindsided. There's a clear foul, isn't it? He's got a point. The Czechia wing-back, Dudera. But here come Portugal up the other end. All cross deflected. It's surely going to go in. And they have got the winning goal. What a substitution as well. Oh, take a bow, Roberto Martinez, because Conceição has come on in the 90th minute and immediately scored what is sure to be the winning goal. There should have been a foul up the other end. I'm telling you that as well. Unlucky Czechia. But Conceição has put it in the back of the net. And it is Portugal 2, Czechia 1. Thoughts on that? Especially the foul that should have been given just before it. Well, that's a sickener for Czechia, isn't it? Dear, is that the same guy who scored the own goal? Is it number 4? Oh, he's had nightmare there, hasn't he? We can't blame the keeper for that one. Hranac has now got an own goal and a big mistake for what's looking like the winning goal for Chico Conceição. Is he anything to do with Sergio Conceição? He used to play for Lazio. I want it to be his son, although that make me feel old. But yeah, a little bit of a controversial winner, I would suggest, because I thought Nelson Semedo clearly fouled the left wing back Dudera, who's then obviously out of the game for the next. It is literally the next phase of play. Up the other end they went, Portugal. Okay, you can't blame the foul because Hranac, who scored the own goal, which wasn't his fault, should have cleared it, shouldn't he? But he kind of bimbles it straight back to Conceição. And, although here come Czechia, and it crossed in again in a last-ditch clearance. They may as well just kitchen sink this now, Czechia, and throw everybody forward. What's the worst that can happen? Oh, looping header has gone over the bar. That was half a chance, wasn't it, as well? They don't look convincing, do they, Portugal? There's the offside flag gone up there. It was Linga, one of the subs, so he's miles offside. heads it over the bar. I've got a feeling that if this had gone on much longer, they'd make a chance here. I mean, to be fair to Hranach, the cross is deflected that he bimbles, but yeah, it's an easy finish for Conceição from about 4 yards out. Keeper slips as well. Just slides it underneath him, and Roberto Martinez loves it. Conceição pulls out the ripped torso and goes off to celebrate the winning goal. Surely for Portugal. Should have given the foul before. I agree. Yeah, and there you go. He is son of Sergio. And Carol of the Bells is the song of the day. Can someone explain something to me? How is it to use your arm, but apparently you can't be offside by your arm? No, it have to be your shoulder down to the t-shirt. So if you see, they do wind it back far enough. So no, don't worry about that. Your arm cannot be offside unless it's no, t-shirt's for handball, isn't it? Sorry, it's just my shoulder. Sorry, my bad with that. Getting two laws mixed up. Not the best of games, but at least we've seen some goals. Agreed, Peter. And it looks like we are getting a winner. And that winner is going to be Portugal. And the win is confirmed. Cristiano Ronaldo played all 95 minutes indeed. There was me thinking he'd be out after 65. No. He calls the shots. He ain't going out. Portugal 2, Czechia 1. Give me your thoughts in the comments. And it is time for the match review. Well, it was late heartbreak for Czechia as Portugal nicked a 92nd minute winner through Chico Conceição. Wasn't the game of the tournament, I have to say, at half-time and at 0-0. A lot of this isn't very entertaining stuff coming up in the chat. Rightly so, I think we would all agree. But then cat amongst the pigeons in the second half, because it was Czechia who took the lead through a brilliant goal, in fact, bent into the far corner with the right foot, in off the post in the rain by Provod in minute 62. Fairly quick equaliser. Headed down by Mendes, the centre-back. Hranach couldn't do anything about it. Keeper pushes it straight into him. And it falls over the line. Portugal thought they got the winner. Ronaldo hits the post. Jota puts the follow-up in. And in stoppage time, I thought there was a foul by Semedo on Dudera, the left wing-back for Czechia. It wasn't given. And on the next phase of play, with presumably one of their defensive players out of position. Okay, it's another mistake by Hranach, who kind of fumbles the clearance, and Conceição sticks it into the back of the net. The numbers say Portugal deserved it, but given the circumstances, it's a bit of a kind of close call. You can look at those stats, but they weren't massively convincing. Okay, 74 on the possession, 1.74 on the XG, 19 shots. 4 big chances in the end. I promise, I've just watched all 2 hours of this, and it wasn't as convincing as that makes it sound. I think possibly they did deserve it in terms of intent, but did they blow Czechia away? No, they didn't, and they've snuck it right at the end, I would say, about Portugal. Let me know if you think differently or if you agree in the chat. And here is your group for Group F, and we've finished the entirety now of round 1 of fixtures, and Portugal slot in behind Turkey at the top of that group. And broken record, I may be, but we know if you win a game in this tournament, you are most of the way to qualification. Now, you would imagine Portugal and Turkey, who play in the next game. Portugal will be favourites to win that, but even a draw, you would think, is likely to put both of them through. I mean, their dream scenario is that Czechia and Georgia both, drop points and draw against each other in that game. But we'll see how the points are distributed. Let's finish with some comments from you guys to round this one out. Good game coverage. Thank you so much. Later, Chris, thank you for watching. Dempsey though, MVP, that's a really hard one. Footmobs, the algorithm's given it to Vitinha, which I wouldn't be far off. Let's just go with the algorithm and say Vitinha. Let me know if you agree. Turned out to be a half-decent game and second half. In the pouring rain in Leipzig, won Ipswich Town. After seeing everyone play, team I've most enjoyed watching Germany. A fair comment there. Thank you for the stream. Dave, thank you for the super chat and good night to you. So, what I think we might do, as someone suggested, is we'll get some predictions in for the second block of games in the Euros, maybe tomorrow in the morning. There will be no watch-along tomorrow. I will be working in the afternoon and evening, but we will be back for England against Denmark. Don't worry, I've made childcare plans there. I'm going to go and pick Enid up early and then get her to Nandi round the corner. That's Sandy, who's Nan as well, if you can understand that. And we should be live and kicking for a 4:30 start. Okay, we'll get that all set up. So come and join me on Thursday. Thank you as ever for the wonderful people. Dave, Super Chat, Mike, Super Chat, and Rich for gifting a membership tonight. Really, really do need all your support. Thank you for all the people on TikTok as well. I'll bid you all good night. We'll get some predictions in tomorrow, and I'll see you live again on Thursday. Oh, it's my car's MOT. Wish me luck for the MOT as well, just at the right time when I've got no money. We'll see how that goes. Thank you all for watching. Portugal 2, right at the death. Czechia 1, over and out. And thank you.